There's your little Paul Tracy statue. One thing we like about Paul Tracy is that when he's in the mood, he's one of those drivers who will speak his mind, tell us what he really thinks. So we delved into the budget and spent an incredible amount of money on this little thingy that then it occurred to us. Go ahead and roll the thingy. It occurred to us after we made the thingy that Paul can't see this out there in Las Vegas to be impressed with all the money we spent. But anyway, we spent a lot of money, Paul, on a what do you think thing. You want to play what do you think?
Sure.
All right. You and Dario Franchitti had a famous run-in or two, had a long tenure together as team cool green teammates. What did you think about Dario Franchitti winning the Indy 500?
Well, I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, but because, he's wrapped up doing everything this week with media and obviously going straight into another race. So I need to touch base with him, but I thought that was cool. And, he was so gracious towards Tony. Obviously, the race kind of fell into his lap on strategy with the way getting a flat and then obviously the rain coming. So, he was just so gracious towards Tony because Tony dominated the race all day, and I thought that was just really cool of him.
What do you think of Bourdais' chances of actually landing that Toro Rosso Formula One ride?
I think it's good. I think it's pretty amazing that the turn of speed that Scott Speed had when he's on the hot seat right now. He had his best result of his career so far. So whether that swings things one way or the other, I don't know. But I think Bourdais is a fantastic driver, and he's done everything that there is to do here. Obviously, he drives great. He's got the best team out there, and if he wins the championship again this year, I mean, there's really not much else for him to do other than break individual records. But I hope he gets the opportunity because it would be nice to see him get a chance at what he wants to do.
Wow. That's you being as gracious to Sebastian as Dario was to Tony. What do you think about your former kart rival Juan Pablo Montoya's performance in NASCAR?
I think he's done as well as I think you can expect. I think obviously it's I think you run in any type of car, whether you go to a Formula One car or a NASCAR or a kart car. If you're with Newman Haas, you're going to run good. If you're with Hendrick, you're going to run good. If you're with wherever your team falls into place, he's in kind of that second tier level team group. I would say you got the first three are like Hendrick and Gibbs and Childress and those. The group of four teams, and then there's the second group, and he's been kind of falling into running where that car typically runs. I think Casey obviously ran really well in that car, and he's running at about the same level as Casey was running in that car, and now Casey's in Hendrick, and Casey's now won his first race, so that shows the difference in the level of the teams.
Let's get the viewers involved. I got Brian on the line from Custer Park, Illinois. Brian, you're talking to Paul Tracy. Quickly, if you could.
Hey, Paul, why do you get in so many controversies with other drivers?
Well,
that was quick and to the point.
I got a pretty flash temper, a hot temper, and obviously I like to mix it up and I like to race. I guess I come from the same mold as I'm older than Tony Stewart, but him and I and guys like us, we're kind of all the same.
And of course we've pulled out the Tagliani scuffle B-roll to accompany that as just one example. Do you buy, you as a somewhat controversial guy, do you buy my theory that it hurts racing when drivers, and most notably NASCAR drivers, are when all the personalities boiled out of them by the sponsors? Am I off base with that?
Well, I think we don't have a lot of sponsors in Champ Cars, so I can kind of say what I want because I don't really worry about offending too many people, but obviously in NASCAR you've got so many people and so many sponsors. But I think for the most part, guys like Tony and guys like Jeff and there's guys that say how they feel about certain things, and obviously Tony's when Tony's feels like he's ready to rant on something, he rants on it. Right or wrong.
And you saw what happened to him when he did that, right?
Yeah, if he feels he's wrong on the situation, then he'll correct himself. But I mean, I think there's a few guys out there. There's obviously guys that play the walk the fence and don't say anything negative, and don't they don't go either way. They just kind of walk down the line and play the game. That's part of the sport, though. That's what makes it interesting.
I don't want to suck up to you, but we like you just the way you are. So don't change. Welcome back. Glad you're okay, and good luck next weekend.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
That's Paul Tracy, ladies and gentlemen. Always a pleasure to have him on the show. Up next on Wind Tunnel, presented by Alton.